Hello students, today we will learn about the tetrasporic embryo sac development. In the previous class, we have learned about monosporic and bisporic types of embryo sac development that occurs in angiosperm. So before we begin with the class, I want to give you a small clarification. In the previous class, while I was telling you about the monosporic type of embryo sac, there are two types, that is Polygonum type and the Onathra type. Whereas Polygonum type is an 8 nucleate embryo sac, and whereas in Onathra we come across 4 nucleate embryo sac. I unknowingly told you about absence of synergids. Let me clarify. In Onathra type of embryo sac, we find that there is egg apparatus and one single polar nuclei, and antipodals are absent. Please rectify this mistake of mine. Now let us continue with the next topic. Now in today's class, we are going to discuss about the tetrasporic embryo sac type development. Yes, now the name itself tells you that tetrasporic embryo sac is the embryo sac that develops from 4 megaspores. So initially we started off that each MMC will undergo one meiotic division. As a result of this meiotic division, we come across 4 megaspores. Okay. As usual, the condition is that out of these 4 megaspores, 3 would degenerate and one single functional megaspore would give rise to an embryo sac, which is the female gametophyte ultimately, isn't it or not? But what happens in this condition is that we find that after the meiosis occurs, cytokinesis is delayed. So instead of wall development, instead of separation, instead of degeneration, we find that all the 4 megaspores become functional, and all the 4 of them actively participate in the formation of embryo sacs. Since 4 different megaspores are participating in formation of a single embryo sac, we find that such kind of embryo sacs are completely heterogeneous in nature compared to bisporic type. Okay, now in tetrasporic embryo sac development, since 4 megaspore nuclei are participating, we usually refer it as cynomegaspore. Okay, together we call it as cynomegaspore. Now, under tetrasporic type, we find there are 7 different types. Okay, these 7 different types are divided into 3 more categories. That is 16 nucleate embryo sac, 8 nucleate embryo sac, and 4 nucleate embryo sac. Okay, now let me write. Under 16 nucleate embryo sac, we come across 3 more types. That is peperomia type, pinia type, and drusa type. Okay, so these 3 types come under the 16 nucleate tetrasporic embryo sac type. Then followed by that are 8 nucleate tetrasporic embryo sac. Here also they are of 3 types, that is Adoxa type, Plumbago type, and Fritillaria type. Okay, so these 3 types of embryo sacs are 8 nucleate in nature, and they also develop from the cynomegaspore. Yes, and the last type is a 4 nucleate embryo sac that develops by participation of the cynomegaspore, and under that there is only one single example, that is Plumbago type of embryo sac. Okay, so let's further read about them. Now, before I go into each of the kinds, let me tell you these 4 megaspores in the 7 different types, their mode of arrangement is different and their mode of participation is different. Okay, and they may give rise to a complete 8-celled or a 16-celled megaspore, embryo sac, and few might be additional in number, like more number of antipodals may be there, few of them may be completely absent. That is the uniqueness of this tetrasporic embryo sac developments. Okay, now I'll move on to the chart where I have written about each of the embryo sac types. Now, under the 16 nucleate embryo sac, I told you there are 3 types, that is Peperomia type, Pinia type and Drusa type. Now look into the first kind, Peperomia type of tetrasporic embryo sac, which is a 16 nucleate embryo sac. So we find that initially the 4 megaspores are arranged in 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 arrangement, and each of them will undergo 2 mitotic divisions leading to formation of 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 nuclei. Okay, out of them you find that one nucleus from each side will come into the center. Yes, and what do we see is that ultimately we find that this embryo sac, a mature embryo sac, will have on the micropylar end 1 egg and 1 synergid. In the center you come across 8 8 nucleate polar nuclei are found, and ultimately 16 antipodals are there. So finally the 16 nucleate embryo sac arrangement is in the form of 2 plus 8 plus 6, that is 1 egg cell plus 1 synergid. So the other synergid is absent, and instead of 2 diploid nucleate condition, we come across here 8 nucleate condition in the central cell, and instead of 3 antipodals we come across 6 antipodals in the Peperomia type of embryo sac. Now let's slowly move to the second type of embryo sac, that is Pinia type of embryo sac. Now look at what happens over here. Here in the Cenomegaspore we find that the 4 nuclei are arranged in 4 corners, that is 1 plus 1 plus 1 arrangement, and even this one will undergo 2 mitotic divisions. Okay, so leading to formation of 4 nuclei in the 4 corners. Okay, now what happens is that from each corner one nucleus moves into the center. Okay, so we find that in a mature Pinia type of embryo sac, we find that towards the micropylar end egg apparatus is found, that is 1 egg cell with 2 synergid. In the central cell we find that the polar nuclei are 4 nucleate in nature, and we find that antipodals are completely absent. And what is a special feature is that these remnant 3 cells on the 3 corners are actually the non-functional egg apparatus. So in Pinia type of embryo sac, mature embryo sac, we find 1 egg apparatus, 4 polar nuclei in the central cell, and antipodals are completely absent. And you find such kind of embryo sac in Pinia, Sarcola, and in the families Euphorbiaceae and Malpighiaceae. Now let's move to the third kind of tetrasporic embryo sac under 16 nucleate structure, that is the Drusa type. Okay, now in this Drusa type the Cenomegaspore is arranged in 1 plus 3 nature, that is out of the 4 functional megaspore only 1 megaspore is found towards the micropylar end, whereas 3 megaspores come towards the chelazal end. And once again we find that these 4 nuclei undergo 2 mitotic division, resulting in 4 nuclei at the micropylar end and the remaining 12 towards the chelazal end. And what is the arrangement in the final embryo sac? We find that out of the 4 nuclei 1 migrates into the center. Out of the 12 nuclei that are present at the chelazal end, 1 moves to the center. So we find that in Drusa type of embryo sac we find 1 egg apparatus, that is 1 egg cell with 2 synergids on either side, 2 polar nuclei, and 11 antipodals are seen. So finally the arrangement of a mature embryo sac of Drusa nature is 3 plus 2 plus 11. So we find such kind of embryo sac in Drusa, Chrysanthemus and Ulmus. Okay, so this is all about the 16 nucleate type. Now let's move on to the next category, that is 8 nucleate type. As I told you, 8 nucleate type also we come across 3 different kinds, that is Adoxa type of embryo sac, Plumbago type and Fritillaria types. Now let's see what happens over here. So in 16 nucleate type we said that the 2 mitotic divisions will be occurring, but in 8 nucleate type the Cenomegaspore will undergo only 1 single mitotic division. Now let's look into the first type, that is the Adoxa type. So in Adoxa type of embryo sac we find that the Cenomegaspore is arranged in 2 plus 2 condition, that is 2 functional megaspores toward the micropylar end and 2 functional functional megaspores towards the chelazal end, and all of them will undergo one single mitotic division, leading to formation of 4 nuclei on the upper side, 4 nuclei on the lower side, and ultimately 1 nuclei from either side will move into the center, leading to arrangement of a typical 8 nucleate embryo sac arranged in 3 plus 2 plus 3 condition. So it appears like a normal embryo sac. Now let's move into the next type, that is the plumbago type. Okay, now in plumbago type, the cynommegaspore is arranged in 1 plus 1 plus 1 arrangement. Yes, and again it undergoes one single mitotic division, leading to formation of 2 nuclei on all sides. So what do we see here? Once again, one nucleus from all the 4 will migrate into the center. So we find that only one egg cell is present. Polar nuclei is 4 nucleate in nature, and we find that synergids and antipodals are completely absent. So a mature embryo sac of plumbago type is arranged in 1 plus 4 plus 0 nature. So synergids and antipodals are completely absent, and this kind of embryo sac is found in Plumbago capensis, first studied in them. Okay, now let's move on to the last type under the 8 nucleate type, that is the Fritillaria type. Now see that it is very typical compared to the other two and the other rest also. See here the cynommegaspore is arranged in 1 plus 3 condition, that is one functional megaspore on the micropylar side and 3 on the chelazal side. So what happens over here is that these 3 megaspores fuse together, they're all nuclei fuse together to form one single cell, and it is triploid in nature. So the micropylar megaspore is haploid in nature, whereas the chelazal megaspore now becomes triploid in nature. Okay, so here we find that this particular 2 nuclei now will undergo 2 mitotic divisions, okay, leading to formation of 4 cells over there, 4 cells down. Okay, now out of which 1 nuclei from the upper side will migrate here, 1 nuclei from the chelazal side will migrate into the center. So leading to formation of what? We find that towards the micropylar end, haploid nature egg apparatus is seen, and in the center we come across 4 nucleate structure, because 1 haploid nuclei from the micropylar side and triploid nuclei from the chelazal cell has migrated into the center. So the polar nuclei is we find it is 4 nucleate in nature, and we find that there are 3 synergids which are triploid in nature. So this typical embryo sac arrangement is 3 plus 4 plus 3. Okay, here what you can observe is that in this step the ploidy varies in each of them. So we find that the egg apparatus is haploid in nature, whereas the central cell has 4 nucleate in nature, whereas the antipodals are triploid in nature. Okay, now let's move on to the last type of embryo sac, that is the tetrasporic embryo sac, which shows the 4 nucleate structure, and this was first studied in Plumbagella. Okay, so what we see here is that the cynommegaspore here is arranged in the same way what we see in Fritillaria, that is 1 nuclei on the upper side and 3 nuclei on the lower side, and we find that the upper side functional megaspore remains as such, whereas the lower side 3 nuclei fuse together to form a triploid nuclei. Okay, and now they undergo just one single mitotic division, and we find that 2 cells are formed on upper side as well as the lower side, and we find that 1 nuclei from either side migrates into the center, and we find the mature embryo sac is 1 plus 2 plus 1 arrangement, that is synergids are absent and the antipodal is only single in nature and it is triploid in nature. So this is all about the tetrasporic types of embryo sac. I hope I have clearly explained you the various types of embryo sac, monosporic, bisporic and tetrasporic. Remember that it is a very important question. So further for reference, you can refer your text back and go for an online class. Thank you.